Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. Brian Sowers here, the voice of Crappie Masters with owner Blake Jackson. We're going to talk a little bit about this actually the first time, once in a lifetime, hopefully, but the first individual national championship going to be taking place coming up May the 6th, 7th, and 8th on the Ouachita River down in Monroe and West Monroe, Louisiana. Blake, this is going to be, it's basically historical because it's never happened before.
Yeah, this will be a first time event, a one man national championship in crappie fishing with a prize package to first place going for $12,500. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, and you don't have to split that with a partner either.
That's
That
going to
makes it
be
pretty good.
all cold hard cash going to you yourself.
Yeah, and of course there will be other places too, depending on the field and things like that. But first place is not only the national championship, but also, of course, you get that title for forever. It lives. You're the first and will be the only first one. So it's going to be a fun time doing that. Mentioned May the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Now, some different things going on with this one when it comes to rules that are different than normal Crappie Masters national qualifiers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One big rule we've got is our new off limits period, just specifically for this event only. There was a 10-day off limits period that's in effect currently and goes all the way through April 30th. Pre fishing official practice days will start May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then on May 5th, Wednesday, before that will be the last day of practice. And that the off limits time period, you have to be done fishing and off the water by 4 o'clock that day. Our registration will follow that evening from 5 to 6:30, with a rules meeting following that at 6:30 at the Monroe Civic Center.
You bet you easy to get to for people that fished the national championship last year. That will be at the same location. Likewise, live well checks and also the weigh-in will be at Forsyth Boat Ramp. That is also where we did that last year. And the live well checks, due to the different hours, and we'll talk about that here in a minute, Blake. But the live well checks will run from 4:30 a.m. until 6:30 a.m. at Forsyth Boat Ramp. And of course, the fishing that will be for all the days, all 3 days, and we'll get into that format here in a second. And of course, the fishing hours are going to be from 6:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. They have to be in the weigh-in line by 3:30 again at Forsyth Boat Ramp. So that kind of gets that straight taken care of. But also, let's talk a little bit about how this is going to happen because the field will dwindle down on Championship Saturday.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is our first ever 3-day event for this one-man national championship. So the first 2 days, May 6th and May 7th, Thursday and Friday, the full field will be out there competing. But to make it to Championship Saturday, that field is going to be cut in half. So the top 50% of the field will advance to Saturday, and Championship Saturday, and that day someone will be walking away with a first ever individual national championship trophy to their name.
You betcha. And a lot of people ask me, what places can we stay when we're down there? We're not familiar with Monroe and West Monroe. And we are fortunate enough to have some really nice locations that are going to be and are boater friendly in places that are really safe and great accommodations. We have choices of the Holiday Inn Express. We have the Hampton Inn. We have Home 2, Courtyard by Marriott, and Residence Inn. Courtyard and Residence are in Monroe, Home 2, Hampton, and Holiday Inn Express over there in West Monroe. So we're really happy to have such nice accommodations to offer at great prices too, by the way, to all the anglers that are going to be coming in. If they're bringing their families, that's great too. And some of these, as a matter of fact, like Holiday Inn Express, they offer some of these specials. If you mention Crappie Masters year round, just mention Crappie Masters and you're going to get a rate. Even if you don't make it to this tournament, you want to go down there just to explore that area, you get a special rate just by saying Crappie Masters at the Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One thing I want to put out too on these host hotels is, like you mentioned there briefly, they've got great accommodations for boat. They've got good parking, good hookups, and that's a big deal. And everything's safe at all of these places here, and it just makes for a great experience down in Monroe, West Monroe.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Holiday Inn Express, I know they put in outlets outside just for this tournament coming to town. So that's how much they want you and want your business. So, hey, if you get a chance, go out there and support those because they're supporting all of our anglers out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, quick, easy access to get a hold of all these great places. Go to crappiemasters.net, go under the tournament details page, and scroll down to the Ouachita River. And we've got a direct link to all their websites attached with their phone number. And like Brian said, be sure to mention you're with Crappie Masters. They're supporting us. So let's get back to them and support them as anglers.
You betcha, absolutely. That goes with all the other sponsors out there too, and all the restaurants. It's really cool that we've been able to back this up from a national championship, last year to coming in and having the first Crappie Masters individual national championship. Blake, let's run over what it's going to cost the folks and what they need to do to get pre-registered and what the case is.
Yeah, absolutely. So the entry fee event, the cost of this event is $400. You must be a current Crappie Masters member for 2021. The easiest and best way to sign up is going on our website. There on the homepage, we've got a tab that says register for an event. Click on that, select which event you're going to, which for this case will be the Ouachita River, and get everything signed up. Now, one thing, too, we're going to do for this event, it's a different event. We're going to waive the $25 late fee for this event all the way up till registration. But if you could, please register in advance. It helps us out greatly to have a smooth and easy registration for all of our anglers to get ready for the rules meeting following that. So we will accept registers to get registered all the way up till Wednesday night from 5 to 6:30. No later than that, you have to be registered. And so that's the big thing on this one is we are going to waive the late fee. But
Yeah.
still, please get signed up online today. Makes registration go a lot smoother come this following Wednesday.
You betcha, absolutely. And I know that a lot of people are watching the Ouachita River right now. It's high right now, but it is expected. Looking at the forecast, what they have, barring any other situation and big rainfalls, anything like that, it is expected to be fine by the time the tournament rolls around. And also the pre-fishing week, it should be fine too. And hey, we saw last fall in a tropical storm. This is still a great fishery.
Absolutely, it's got good quality of fish backed with a good quantity of it. It's a great fishery, and these guys are going to really make it shine this May 6th, 7th, and 8th.
That's right. Get up there in the bayou, using the swamps, and go get them.
Absolutely. One thing too, Brian. Let's run over all the angler incentives that are offered at this event from all
Yeah.
of our great national sponsors.
You betcha. I'll start with some, and I'll let you jump in there too. First off, Anglers Port Marine, right there in Warsaw. If you purchase a brand new boat from Anglers Port Marine within the past 2 years, and you win this tournament, you're going to win an additional $1,000,
Yeah, no,
$1,000 cash.
absolutely. That's just a bonus that Angler Sports throwing on that. And that's a good chunk of money. I mean, all of you guys participating in this have had to obviously buy a boat recently, and give Angler Sport a reach. Reach out to them. They've got great
Yeah.
service. They've got a good selection of boats over there. Reach out to them, and they can definitely support you.
Look at that. Somebody's already calling about a boat in the background. I can hear them right there. But yeah, and we also want to mention about Anglersport real quick that if you do purchase that boat and you go through the national qualifiers and qualify for the national championship and you win that, that's $12,500 on top of the winner's purse or winner's take at the national championship. So Anglersport Marine has stepped up and come up with a lot of money for a long time now. I think this is 6 years or so that the Missouri Corn Growers Association, the Missouri Corn Merchandising Council, and American Ethanol has given the E10 bonus if you win the tournament and you're using E10 fuel in your boat. And I say it all the time, and I say it on a national level, say it to folks in Washington, D.C., and all points in between, that every winning team since this program was instituted into Crappie Masters has been using E10 fuel in their boat, and we've had nobody say anything bad about it, that they've had any issues with using E10 fuel in their boat. So that's a good thing. That's $500 right there. Genco Fishing, they got a cool deal. If you're using, it doesn't have to be a specific one, any Genco product during the tournament, and you win it, you get $100.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
pretty good deal too.
absolutely. And Jinko Fishing, they've got it. They've got a wide variety of products. I mean, they've got a great net out there. They've got a great line of rods, and to dive into all their jig heads and their
Baits.
plastics. I mean, that's just across the board.
Oh, and our old buddy Frank Smith, Freaky Frank, he's got a great incentive too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Win any tournament using a Freaky Frank's custom tackle product, it's an additional $250. That for 2.5 inch freaky worm that
Freaky
he's
worm.
got out there, man.
I'm telling you, down there in that bayou, that looked like one of them little snakes out there those fish want to eat on.
Absolutely.
But he got great, like I said, he got a great lineup too. He got some great tubes, a fantastic jig head, some of those. But man, they're winning money. I mean, we've seen over the past month and a half or so, In fact, on the Missouri Trail, we just saw Mike Valentine win a tournament on them, and the team of Jack and Holly Linton finished third in that tournament using Freaky Frank's worm. So they're really, really good items. Also, speaking of jig heads, Timmy Toms has got an incentive too, don't they, Blake?
Yes, absolutely. Any big fish of the tournament. So, big fish of this event is going to receive an additional $100 if it's caught on a Timmy Tom's jig head.
You betcha. Offshore tackle. Offshore tackle has been with Crappie Masters for a long time. In fact, that all started back when such a great angler and great friend, the late Tommy Scarless, went down to Grenada as a walleye angler, one of the best walleye anglers in history, if not the best tournament walleye angler in history. He and his partner Kyle Steinfeld went down to Grenada and won pulling planer boards on Grenada Lake and won a national championship. So they've been with us ever since, and they've got a cool deal if you win or if you get big fish.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You win this event, it's an additional $500 on top of it. And then they've also got a big fish deal. So big fish of the event will receive a $150 cash bonus if using an offshore tackle company planer board.
You betcha. Our good friends at Power Pole. If you're a member of Captain's Cashing, you should be, by the way. You need to be that. So if you're a member of the Captain's Cash program, you win the tournament, you get bonus money.
Absolutely. Yep. An additional $250 on top of that. And it's real easy to sign up for that Captain's Cash Club. Take advantage of it. You spent the money getting power poles put on your boat. Take advantage of it. It's real easy. Go to Power Pole website, get signed up, and then you'll be all set to receive that $250 bonus if you can come home with the title.
I'll tell you another one that's really come on strong too, and you can win some good money, is if you are a customer of the Bass Tank and win a tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a bonus for all national qualifiers. If they're a customer of the Bass Tank, and you must be registered before through the Bass Tank, you win an additional $500 on top of that. You know, the Bass Tank, they do a great job. Dive in a little bit with them. You know, what the Bass Tank offers, they offer great service, pretty much anything electronics. And electronics are very important right now. They've got a wide range, a selection, but, you know, the big thing with the Bass Tank is their customer service and their knowledge of these units that they deal with. So give them a call. They'll definitely get you set up.
Did we miss anybody?
Oh, I've got one more. Actually, our presenting sponsor of the Ouachita River, first ever one-man national championship, HH Rods and Reels. Win a tournament using any HH Rods or Reels product, you win an additional $200. They've got a wide variety of spinning reels out now. They've got some bait casting reels and a selection of rods, from short rods all the way out to long rods.
You betcha. Did you like how I led you into that one? That was a pretty good segue right there. That was old. Hey, that was old radio business right there.
Absolutely.
That's that last one.
Absolutely. Yeah, so just touch up on a few final things. Official practice is going to start next Saturday, May 1st, all the way through May 5th. Wednesday, May 5th. Cutoff on that is 4 o'clock. Registration from 5 to 6:30 at the Monroe Civic Center, and with a rules meeting following that.
You betcha. And again, go over that cost. It is a little higher for this championship, but again, it all comes right back to you.
Absolutely. With our payouts going up to $12,500 guaranteed cash going out to the winner. The entry fee is $400. Must become a Crappie Masters member if you're not already. And again, we are waiving the late fee for this event. So get signed up online or get to registration May 5th and get signed up and go home a first ever one-man national champion.
Man, I really dig that history part of it too. You know,
Absolutely.
being the first one in history. You know, when the books are all written, who was the first one to do it, and that's your name. You can show your kids, your grandkids, great grandkids, or even show me a couple of times. That's cool. I'm good with that too. It's all good. So yeah, folks, come on down there and join us at Monroe and West Monroe. What a great place to bring your family. So many things to see and do all around that area. Like I say, visit Monroe and West Monroe. Of course, that's where the home of Duck Dynasty. They still got the Buck Commander store there, and all kinds of other cool things to do and see right there around Monroe and West Monroe, our host sponsoring city for this Crappie Masters Individual National Championship. Blake, I think we got everything covered on this one.
Absolutely.
Coming up next behind that, boy, you're going to be just a couple of weeks after that one. You're going to be talking about Kentucky Lake.
Yep.
start making plans for that on May the 21st and the 22nd, and you'll hear us talking about that as well. So
Yep,
fun
absolutely.
stuff. Can't
Make
wait.
sure to check out our remaining schedule. Run through that real quick. We've got Kentucky Lake coming up this May 21st and 22nd, Crappie Masters National Qualifier. And then our final national qualifier for the year is located on Truman Lake, June 18th and 19th. And then, man, we're going to have a showdown for our national championship here at Lake D'Arbonne, Louisiana, and Farmerville, Louisiana, September 22nd through the 25th. Man,
113 boats in the spring. That is going to be quite a deal for a whole bunch of money.
Make sure that's going to be a showdown there. So make sure you've got make sure that you got qualified. Yeah, make sure you get qualified. Don't wait till it's too late. If you got any questions on how to qualify through our state trails, through our national qualifiers, give us a call. Check out our website, and we can take care of you.
You bet you. I'll wrap this up real easily, Blake. Let's get it on.
Absolutely.